Hello. Hey. Hi, everyone. I'm going to try to do some soft spoken because I'm not sure what the whispers sound like. Also, I don't know if I'm just going to be loud, but welcome. It is such an exciting moment. Brings a little tear to my eye that we have been sharing this journey together for this long, whether you are new or whether you're an OG and you've been here for a while. I just wanted to say thank you. I'm so excited for this moment together, and that I really enjoy our time together every night and having this beautiful community space. Oh, look, I'm reading the comments, y'all. Oh, thank you so much, Passion. Oh, thank you, M. Oh, thank you. I'm getting caught up reading, y'all. Yes. So I brought out the OG diffuser. Y'all know, hey boo. Y'all know that I used to use it all the time and I really loved it, but it just the sound is weird, but y'all like it, so I'm just like, okay. The sound to me is weird sometimes. Okay. Thank you. I really appreciate that. 100K. Wow. I mean, just to put it into perspective, we started together December 28th, 2018. Technically, the first session was December 31st, 2018. Why wouldn't I just wait for 2019? I don't know. I don't know. It really was just like 3 days. I don't know. But the beginning of last year, we were 600 strong. And then now we're at 100K. And I really hope that these moments that we share together, especially with how much I post, um, really is helpful, because I know sometimes with like so much going on in the world, it's really nice to have just something, stable, something consistent, something that, we can come back to. But yeah, let me read it. Okay. Yes, we hit 100K. Oh, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. Oh, do you all have any questions? Because I can jump into the healing session and or Q&A. It's whatever. Usually I jump into it. I got cards too. I'm gonna pull some cards. Shout out to Array Tarot, because for those who watch on Array Tarot, I get into those card pulls. Let's see. You have any questions? Let me know. Y'all can ask me whatever. Oh, you're so welcome, love. What are some good beginner crystals? I know that's right, Simone. Simone just jumped on in there. Some good beginner crystals. So this is my rule of thumb. You're going to see a similar like rotation of crystals a lot of places. You're going to see clear quartz. You're going to see amethyst. You're going to see rose quartz. You're going to see lapis / sodalite. You might see smoky quartz. You're going to see tourmaline. You're going to see jasper, carnelian, all types of agate, calcite, things like that. But I think the simplest thing that you should do is to just stick with whichever crystal you're attracted to. So for a long, long time, I really heavily gravitated towards root chakra. I mean, that's why I love the cinnamon. It's just grounding and things like that. So tourmaline I used for a long time. And typically people will say like, use this crystal on this chakra. And that's a wonderful place to start out. And then once you get to the advanced level, you get to start exploring and start considering, okay, well, what happens if I put a tourmaline on a solar plexus? What is that experience for me? Because then that experience may be different for another person as well. And so you can start tailoring your experiences really based off of how you feel in that moment and what you're going through in life, rather than just kind of this generic or this rule base. Remember, I'm always telling y'all, define your own life, define your own rules, decide what it is that you want, explore. Okay, let's see. Can you read a card on Virgo? Yeah. Hello, Virgos out there. I am very Mercury ruled. Mercury is the ruler of Virgo in Gemini. And as we know, Mercury is communication. And actually, what Mercury was supposed to do is Mercury was supposed to be that bridge from the living to the dead. But this whole understanding of communication that lives within, I'm shuffling, lives within Gemini and Virgo is this understanding of information. Virgo is analyses, understanding things like that. Gemini is connecting 2 points that don't seem like they have a connection, but being able to bring them together. And they're ruled by the same, the same planet. So Virgo, we have the 10 of Pentacles, and this is the Fortune Tarot. It's a deck based off of Drag Race. I love it so much. So we have the 10 of Pentacles. Let me see. Virgo. Y'all are like, hey, it's whatever. Like that's the Virgo energy I'm getting right now. So it's whatever we want to do. What are we doing? Then we have the 6 of Pentacles. And so this is a balance. And so for the Virgos out there, let me put these down. These cards are huge. I love them. But for the Virgos, with this 6 of Pentacles, I want you to pay attention here. See, there's 2 different things that are happening right now. Someone is giving money and someone's taking money away. We're not really sure what's happening. We don't know if they're giving them money or if they're taking the money away. We don't know what's going on here. But this in general is just sending the vibe of balance. So Virgos, y'all know y'all can really push yourselves, especially when you're trying to figure something out. You can overwork yourselves. So make sure you find a healthy balance of give and take. And you're just like, you just let me see what else. Okay, Libra gang, I feel you. Taurus, how about this? Y'all want me to do all the signs real quick? Let me see, because y'all shouting it out. I see Capricorn. Okay, so we already have Virgo. Let's see. Let's get you all the signs. Yes. Okay. Let's do Aries. Start off with the youngest. Aries. Okay, let's see. Thank you, universe. Give us 2 cards that is going to tell us about Aries. 6 of Wands. Okay. Y'all already know. Y'all about that party life. Okay, let me see. What else? Oh, okay. Well, 2 came out. I only wanted 2, but 3 in total. 9 of Cups. You want what you want. Who is this? The high priestess. So it's often said, do not get in an argument with an Aries. Don't ever do that. Why? Because the traditional ruler planet that ruled Aries, rules Aries now, which is Mars, also ruled Scorpio. But the modern ruler of Scorpio is Pluto. I'm telling you this background story to explain what's going on here. The reason why you don't get in an argument. When you look at the way that a Scorpio says something, the Scorpio is really kind of underneath. It's really kind of like the holding of a grudge or that feeling, but it's very calculated, strategic, things like that. But Aries is not that. Aries is just full. Aries is full fire, energy. But the cool thing is that like you can like disrupt that energy in the moment if you lure them with a fun activity. But if they are upset, you are not about to convince them that they don't know what they're talking about, that how they feel in their experience is not how it is. So, great career paths, let's say lawyer. And a great friend to have when you're in battle. You know, if somebody's trying to bully you or something, you better go find you an Aries friend, because they will not have it. They don't even care if you was in the wrong. They're not gonna talk about us like that. So get you an Aries and hold on to them. So let's go ahead and do, y'all want me to jump to these Libras. Libra and, okay, Libra and Capricorn, I'll switch to y'all. Okay, give us some Libra love. I love me some Libras. I keep quite a few around me because I like to keep my energy just balanced and calm and at peace. And Libras are very relatable and they like their peace. And nothing's wrong with liking their peace. Thank you, universe. Please give us some Libra energy. Okay. Thank you. And also, Libra is the astrological opposite of Aries. So that is the sign flipped inside out. Like the astrological opposite of Gemini is Sagittarius, Capricorn is Cancer. So Libra. So first of all, how fitting is this? Because these are some cute little technically it's the wands, it's the 8 of wands, and it could represent traditionally conflict or, having to maneuver things. But I love that they're cute little lipsticks. Why? Because that's so Libra. Libra is all about the aesthetic. So when I say aesthetic, what I mean is about things that are pleasing and in their order from a visual standpoint. And so if you look at the planet that rules Libra, which is Venus, and Venus also rules Taurus, here it is, you have this comfort in two different ways. The comfort in Taurus is a good meal or a good sensation or a nice massage or just relaxing. That is that comfort of not wanting to be disturbed or out of place. But with Libra, what it is things need to look in a place. So maybe messiness and clutteredness and things that are just not in their order. And it's different from Virgo, because Virgo wants to put things in order. This is the order. But Libra is more of like, I want to create a feeling and I want people to feel very, very comfortable. Okay, let me get to the next one. Cancer, Leo, Capricorn, Cancer. Okay, this popped up. I don't want to do you like this, Cancer. Cancer, you got the death card, but let me tell you something. Y'all go and play on this death card. Do not let them play you. This is my favorite card. The reason why it's my favorite card is because, and this is for Cancer, the reason why it's my favorite card is because it's one of the most powerful cards you can get. It means that the end of a cycle has happened and you're at the beginning of something new. So if you have been feeling any kind of emotional stuff lately, something that has been very difficult or in general just needing to move on, this is a validation that you are on your right path to whatever it is. You don't have to deal with all that bull that you had to deal with before, people treating you some type of way or just feeling like there's so many feelings coming up. No, you're moving on. There's a lot of progress, but also it's a warning. Don't turn around and look at the past. Just move on and let it be. So, I mean, it's one of my favorite cards, honestly. Hello. What did we say? Capricorn, you're so patient, Capricorn. That's why I love you. So patient. Okay, let's see. The Lovers card. Oh, let me see, Capricorn. What's going on here? Now, in general, make sure that your surroundings, Capricorn, is one that supports you. Because if you, even though you thrive off of a challenge, even though that gives you an opportunity to create something or get to the other side, I will also say that is just good for your mental health support in general. You can easily be frustrated, easily be overworked, exhausted, just inside kind of like calamity. So you need some TLC. So allow this to be a reminder to have your environment, the people that you love, your surroundings be very supportive of you in that area, because without it, you will just climb up your mountain, but not realizing that there's times where you need to rest, where you need to relax, you need to do all of these things. So remember to be sweet to yourself. Who's next? Leo? Can I speak French? No, baby, I cannot speak French. Let me see. So Leo, we got the High Priestess. So a lot of energy coming your way. You all might be going through some type of like psychic awakening or energetic awakening at this moment. So just listen to it, and you've got enough pizzazz and all kinds of stuff to get to the other side. Actually, I feel like because you are on the outside, what you are on the inside, I think that this is going to be a lovely moment for you to find new community. Let me see. I pulled this card and I didn't even think of anything. Let me put that to the side. Sorry about that. Who is our next? We had Leo. Did I miss? Gemini and Sagittarius. I'm almost there, y'all. I'm almost there. Gemini. Wheel of Fortune. Look at you, Gemini. Okay, so y'all are masterminding right now. So what you like to do is you like to connect the dots from two things that don't make no sense. And for some reason, y'all bring it together and y'all just like you will tell somebody this and they'll be like, oh my gosh, I never really thought about that. How do you know? And you are trying to take a leap right now, a leap of faith in something. I don't know what it is or what area of your life, but you're trying to take a leap of faith. And this is a very lucky time for you to do so, Gemini. So I think that you should do it, whatever that is. Trust yourself, Sagittarius. This is our wise sign. Our wise sign, the Empress. So the Emperor, think about the Emperor as someone, or this representation of energy, can be very gender neutral, but like the representation of energy of having full control over your environment in the world that you want. And like being able to go about life in the way that you want to go about it, having everything under control, but also things, most importantly, feeling safe and protected. The Empress is having this balanced feeling of emotion. So either you are at a really nice space in your life, Sagittarius, where you feel like, oh, this feels really good, or you are getting there. Because there's something about this sense of knowing. You have this sense of knowing about you that it's like, I think, like, you're like, I think everything is going to be okay. Like, you just trust. You most of the time spend your time trusting in the universe, and everything ends up working out the way that you want it to. Okay. Aquarius, right? Let's do Aquarius. I ain't get no Aquarius up. Scorpio, I will get you. Ooh, the Two Cups. Now, the Two of Cups, it sends a different energy from the Lovers cards, because the Lovers is more of this romance kind of like, deep nurturing, where the Two of Cups really signifies a partnership. So I don't know if you have Aquarius, some type of business dealings, some type of new thing you're coming into, some type of co-founding of something, but this is a strong indication that you are going to be going into a partnership right now. Scorpio, I haven't forgotten you. Oh, look, you done jumped out. The Three of Swords. Okay, Scorpio. You're highly driven and motivated by the deepest aspects of understanding the human feeling or feelings in general. But something about that sometimes is a beautiful thing for you. Why? Because it's like you can see in heartache how a beautiful song will be created, or you can see how in someone's pain that they go forth and they do something very brave. So just saying that life is like that, and that's a beautiful aspect, but also you don't have to stay stuck here all the time, meaning like you don't have to cling to your pain and your hurt all the time. Sometimes when you go into a new experience, or whatever the experience it is, you don't have to always look at it with a suspicious keen eye, or you don't have to look deep. Sometimes things are just surface level. Just let it be on the surface, Scorpio. I feel you. My rising sign is Scorpio. I always think things are deeper than what they really need to be. And sometimes they're just surface level. It's okay. It's okay. Pisces. Yes, baby. I got you. Hold on. Hold on, Pisces. because we are right about to leave your season. And I hope, Pisces, you've been having a wonderful season. The Queen of Pentacles. So Pisces, you have the special ability to be able to go into the realm of the unconscious, the veil lifted, and be able to make decisions or pull the information needed to allow things to happen in the physical. And sometimes this works out for you. It works out for you whenever there's watery things or just things in general. For example, like you are like, oh, I want to make a lot of money. So there's something about you that can go in and understand that energetic frequency that is the vibrational frequency that you need to make money in whatever way that you want to. But you can't always articulate it. And it's not physical. It's not necessarily external action. It's not even how you feel. It's just this being able to tap in to this universal understanding. But sometimes you can be consumed by the universe. You are the universe and the universe is you. So if you have some inner issues that you have to work through, always remember that you can utilize this special ability you have and also be working on yourself too. Because sometimes, Pisces, my love, y'all try to work on yourselves by working on other people and project it outward. What I'm saying, use what you're good at. You have this natural, keen ability to just make, I don't know, just your dreams and your hopes come into fruition. So focus on that. And on the side, focus on whatever you need to focus on the internal. Keep them separate so you're feeling nice and kind. So I think we got everyone. Let's see. Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Libra, Virgo. Okay. Y'all know I was singing the song Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Aries. Like, what is that? Okay, y'all ready for the healing session? Okay. So thank you for coming to celebrate this 100K. I'm so excited for this moment. Let's enjoy this healing session. Are there any areas or things that are coming up for you all that you want to focus on? First one who types it, that's what we focusing on, y'all. Ooh, cozy and ready. I know that's right, Joe. Let me get you some cinnamon going. Inner child issues. That has been coming up very often. So you could probably do the math. Mental health, North Node, romance. Okay. Okay. So relax here. Relax. Relax. You got this. Okay. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. So the first thing we're going to do is just connect us in a vibrational state in which we all can resonate, relax, be at one, and be calm. Okay. Do a little bit more of this. Y'all know my favorite herb to use is cinnamon. I love, love, love cinnamon. My whole life I've loved it. And it's delicious. Okay. So this is very grounding. And since we're going to start, let me just put that on you. Since we're going to start with inner child, and also feel free to use this moment for whatever you need it for. So if there's something else that is more pressing for you, you can use it for that. So we're going to start this moment with inner child. And a lot of times inner child issues really come from a place of not feeling or having been protected, not having stability, not having what they needed in order to set up the foundation that as you get older, when you interpret new situations, there's always this tinge of trauma that you remember from when you first got it. So, for example, you might meet someone new and there might automatically be a suspicion because of, things you had to deal with before, or, you just might not like to be around crowds. It's too much for you. It's just for each person, it's a different thing. So, take a deep breath in. Exhale. 2 more. Another breath. Final breath. Okay. Do I have your permission to say a prayer? Thank you, generic fishbowl. I needed one person to give me that permission. Dear Mother, Father, God, and all for the highest vibrational good only, please connect us to the Reiki Masters, the Ascended Masters, Master Jesus, Master Buddha, Master Katumi, Yamonja, Oshun, Mawu, and all the Taras. Please connect us to the Archangel, Spirit Guides, Spirit Animals, our lineage, and all for our highest vibrational good only, rooting us down in our individual healing experience and bringing us forth as a community, connecting us in celebration, and bringing this energy into life, fruition. I say all of this in the name of I am, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. So just relax. Just start to feel this very cool breeze over you, as if you could see the memory of your life. I don't want you to connect with it in an emotional way. I just want you to see it kind of like you're watching a movie of someone else, maybe acting out this role. They can look like you, they can look like someone else, whatever makes you feel safe. Okay, good job. Now, I want you to go back to your earliest memory of something that made you happy, something that really excited you. Like, I don't know if you all had this, but like Saturday morning cartoons, there's like no cartoons to watch until Saturday morning, and it's like when all the new cartoons drop and you're like, or it could be something else, like, you're gonna meet out with your best friends and you all are gonna walk down the street and it's just a big thing. Or maybe it's you get to read a book, spend a time with a family member. For me, some of my favorite memories are food memories, making food with people that I love. Exactly, yes. Life was so simple. And also, as children, we're closer to Source because we have recently come into this experience. And because of that, we're not as limited by the things that we experience when we get older. We kind of just let things roll off our shoulders as things happen, even the tough things. Children are very resilient, but it doesn't mean that what happens to them does not impact later on. Just in that moment, if we could stay at the vibrational state of children, we could just continue to flow through life and it'd be like, whew. But as we know, life happens, and it is very, very, very important that we understand that as this child grows and blooms and blossoms, that they need to have that firm and strong foundation. Because what happens in youth, as you go into adulthood, it sets the foundation there. So we're in this moment. We have this beautiful memory of yours. And I want you to think about an earlier memory than that. Something that it could be simple. Sometimes people have memories when they were a toddler and they remember something like, oh, I remember crawling on the ground or something like that. Just a very simple memory, just the earliest memory that you have. Now, I want you to jump into a more recent memory. Something that's happy, something that, like that stimulus came or something else, just something that brings you happiness, talking to a good friend, being in that moment. And I want you to start to bridge from the beginning, that earliest memory, all the way now. And let's bridge them together because we're creating this new line. This new line of communication, this new line of memory that you can focus on and that you can work with as you are going through life. Now, what happened yesterday, so you can leave it in yesterday. Completely fine. You don't have to relive anything. It doesn't matter anymore. The only thing that matters is what we're going to do today, okay? So in this moment, you have the power to change how you feel. So let's make sure that the way that you feel is in a vibrational frequency that connects to where you want to go. So go back to that early memory, and I want you to see that child. And I want that child to visualize that future with the end point being that recent memory you just had of gratitude, whatever that thing is that you feel so connected with right now. Have that young version see all the way through and see their wildest dreams be this moment of happiness now. I'm going to take a couple moments here and just raise the frequency and realign you and reconnect you with the path you should be on. Again, it doesn't matter what happened yesterday. The only thing that matters is what's happening today. So realigning you here. Okay. And I'm just going to dust off your shoulders. Just if anything pops up that you don't need, that no longer serves you, just going to dust it off, dust it off, dust it off, dust it off. And then just going to place on you this sense of protection, this sense of balance. Now, the memory you have today, I want you to see a memory in the future, okay? And this memory is of a life very much so expanded in a way that you can't comprehend. So use the example of the little kid not even being able to comprehend how big their life would be. Now I want you to take that to the next level. I want you to see your life in the future and see it as very big, as if you're still being pulled along. And live in this frequency of gratitude, of patience, of going forth in what is your path, okay? So connecting this energy, this infinite energy, and we're going to bring it all the way through to your future. Okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. You can accept it. You can accept a great future. It is okay. It is okay. It is okay. You can accept a great future. It is okay. It is okay. It is okay. You can accept a great future. It is okay. It is okay. It is okay. Now give me a deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Final breath. Inhale. Exhale. And as you breathe out, leave anything that no longer serves you in the past and only breathe in this big, beautiful future. I want you to be excited whenever there is a challenge or when there's ever something new in your life. I want you to feel like whenever you see something that can bring you in the direction that you need to go in, that you feel like, yeah, I could do that. I got this. I don't know how to do it. I'll figure it out. No worries. So bring yourself and pull yourself into that energy so that you're able to be resilient. But I don't even want to use the word resilient. I'm going to say persistent. You're going to be persistent in what it is you want. Because you all know, you've been rocking with me for quite a while, that I address all aspects of life. I'm not someone who's like, just think happy, positive thoughts and the world will be perfect. No, I don't think that at all. But I do think that if we hold ourselves responsible for our feelings, we don't let our feelings that are not serving us dictate to us a life that is smaller than our potential. I think that's important, and that comes with being able to face life in a new way. So I'm just going to smooth that out. Okay. And yes, love, I am having a beautiful day. We hit 100K. So what else would you all like to see? What else would we like to focus this session on? Let me see. I might just, in general, collectively channel so that we can just raise the vibrational experience in general. But let's work on reading. How do you know when you're spiritually awakened? What a great question. I would say don't get caught up in feeling like there's a right or a wrong way into a path. There's going to be many, many, many paths. You're going to always awaken and awaken again and awaken again. So sometimes we might feel like we're open, and in that moment we have what we need. And there's so much more of life to live that we walk into a new moment that awakens us further into another level. So just ask yourself each and every day, am I living my life to the vibrational frequency I want? What that means is, do I feel supported? Do I have what I need? Do I feel like I have the tools and utensils and the surroundings to go where I need to go? It doesn't necessarily mean you have to already be at the destination you want to be. Just asking, do you have what you need to feel supported? And that is a journey within itself. Let's see. We have jealousy, mental health, vibrational stuff. Okay, let's jump into this. Oh, we see how to activate our inner Shakti fire. So we're going to get more into fire, our next one. I hope you all have been paying attention to the element series. We have one more, which is fire, coming up. So that's going to be something very exciting. So just in general, let's see. Sometimes the mind just refuses to calm itself down. What to do then? Oh, I like this one. This is a really good one because so many of our decisions that we make in life are so highly influenced by how we feel, even how we perceive another person to feel, even if we don't know how they feel. It is that perception of what's going on the inside. And it's one of the hardest things to regulate, simply because there's no way to externally hold someone accountable. People can fake things all the time. So it is the one thing that we are 100% as an individual responsible for. But being able to master this is actually the key to overall wellness in general. How you feel dictates the vibrational energy around you. How you feel helps you understand and perceive the world around you. How you feel motivates all of these things. And just this sensation in general of calming the mind down. That's what we talk about, Bridget. I was like, what's going on over here? Yeah, that's what we talk about, Bridget. We talk about calming the mind down. So what you should really focus on here, and this is not for everyone, okay? For those who feel safe doing it, do it. If you don't feel safe, there's a lot of other options. This is what I do. By no means you don't have to do it. Whenever I feel emotionally, internally uncomfortable. And a lot of times I can have those moments and nothing will be going on. It's not even, because for me, I separate the things that are happening in life and the feelings that I have. Now, if I'm, excited like the 100K, that's obviously, an emotion that comes together. But the irrational emotions that just come up in everyday life, especially if you live a anxious life or a very busy life, or just these things in which the body's on go, 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 go. And sometimes it just wants to stop and rest. And like, we're just like, come on, keep on going, keep on going, keep on going. I personally take that moment and I just lean into it and I let it be. I just say, if you need to come up to come out. I'm going to chill. And I sit and I let the feelings happen. And I try to practice, okay, what does my soul feel versus what does the body feel? Because underneath the discomfort, which we so quickly want to like put into a box and put it in a cabinet and not think about it, there's always a hint of truth of where it is we want to go. So sometimes we might be forcing ourselves to do something that we don't want to do, maybe obligations to people, obligations to certain things, or, we think that we really want something and not really actually question it. Is this the best thing or something like that? But these are the moments that actually give us an opportunity to be like, oh, actually, let me realign myself. So as you let it come up, let it explain whatever it needs to explain, allow it to just be, then you could make decisions there instead of the decision being an impulsive decision of like, I feel uncomfortable. Whatever I can do to just stop this, let me stop it. And unfortunately, sometimes people get into addictions or substance abuse issues because there is one thing or one grouping, a collection of things that have happened in which this continues to come up. And as a way to self-soothe, they get kind of caught in this energetic cycle of, the various things that could happen. So in this moment, just trust yourself. Of course, if you don't feel safe, you can always connect with a mental health professional or a community, just finding a safe space. But let me tell you something, you're stronger than you know. And live your life with that understanding that you are stronger than you know. That nothing that is happening to you around you is beyond your capacity to get to the other side. That's on period. That's it. That's everything. Okay. That's life. Let's see. What to do with my burnout? You gotta have some self-care time for yourself. And you have to be very realistic in that, we're not machines. Sometimes we can go very, very fast for a short duration of time. But long term, that's how you start to manifest various illnesses and diseases, because the body is not a machine. And I was actually channeling this today where sometimes, we as like the human species, we're so unpredictable, we're so changeable, but yet we value things that are static. That is why whenever you see any of these conversations about systemic stuff, intersectionality, it people who you feel like have common sense, and then for some reason you're like, come on now, this is common sense, just human rights here. They are not able to see the human rights because they're so afraid to let go of a system, a hierarchy, because they need something to be consistent, because internally it feels like things are always changing. So that's why they'll say, and it doesn't really matter what part of the intersectional experience or the systemic experience, they'll say whatever they need to say to keep their perception of how they feel like the world or their reality is the same. Instead of just being open and being like, you know what? Whatever's best for humanity as a whole, I'm with it, which is always inclusivity work, but always lean towards the future. It's usually not something that has been around for a long time that required some other group to be uncomfortable for it to thrive. But just in general, like going inside and just being able to be like, okay, I just want to float in this human experience in whatever way brings the highest vibrational good. I'm down. I'm down for learning. I'm down for dialogue. I'm down for patience. I'm down for all of these things. And I'm down for feeling whole within my own self. And that's a beautiful thing. The more inclusive a person is, there's like these different stages. You eventually get to this stage of like, wow, I don't have to, I'm not being in conflict outside of myself. So I don't have to be in conflict within myself. The more that a person is accepting towards a reality that might be different than theirs, but is for a higher vibrational need or connection, the more that they have grace within themselves, that they're not as hard on themselves, that they're sweet to themselves, that they're understanding to themselves. Let's see, what else? We have throat chakras. What chakras need work if you're feeling insecure, need more confidence, or need to be more productive? How does one obtain true peace? I feel like the magic 8 ball right here. Yes, no, probably not. So the chakras you want to use for insecurity, confidence, and again, it depends on you. It depends on what you need. But just in general, you can start at the solar plexus. That's that area underneath the heart. So we know that the navel chakra, which is the sacral, we know the heart, which is the center, and then bring that in between. It's like that point that's a little bit under your rib cage. That's actually in certain lineages, that's kind of the place where we keep the reservoir of our energy that circulates throughout the body. So stones for there would be like carnelian, yellow calcite. You could also do a yellow jade if you want to. You could always put a clear quartz somewhere, and that will help to work that area. What you want to do is what I often see when I see people in healing sessions. And yes, my books are open now. I know people were like, when are your books going to open? They're open for one-on-one healing sessions. But usually what I see is I see a dim solar plexus because they've had to push things down for so long. And an important part of that is the pulling out. Pulling out, because even someone who might be like narcissistic or just they feel so, they think in an unhealthy way that things have to be what they want it to be. It's not. When you look at them energetically, it's not a solar plexus like they just have so much confidence. It's more of like a very, very deep insecurity that they haven't learned how to regulate their own energy and to pull energy in and to be able to expand energy and to have their solar plexus kind of overflowing, that they have to steal that energy from the experiences of the people around them. So there's never really a moment in which too much in the solar plexus can be an issue. I'm sure there's always an exception to everything, but just, a quick hack to any of these chakras would be to go and to visualize or to connect with whatever that area is. Let's say the throat, and we say we're going to speak our truth. and you go to that area, you inhale, you exhale, and you just think of something that you are grateful for that is related to speaking your truth. I'm so proud that I spoke up for X, Y, and Z. Da 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 da. Boo 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 boo. And work on flowing that energy there. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Let's go to the throat, okay? So that we have this space of speaking our truth. Just rest it there. Inhale, exhale. And I want you to say to yourself, I'm so grateful for, and you fill in the blank, whatever pertains to the throat chakra. Just fill in the blank there. Okay. Good job. Now I really need you to boost yourself up. Just like, oh, I really rock that. Just feel that there. Okay. Couple more moments. Okay, good. Filling that energy in, allow it to flow, and just release the throat. Speak your truth. You know, sometimes people are really talkative, but they don't speak their truth. And sometimes people don't talk at all, and they don't speak their truth. So it's not about the amount that a person says, but that they're saying what they need to say. And this is how you can know someone speaks their truth. They say things and they don't explain it. And what I mean by this is they say their truth and they don't feel a need to have to explain it to someone to make them feel comfortable. It's like, no, this is my truth. It is what it is. Just let it be. It's good. And if you're around people who make you have to explain things, it's not for them to know. It's not for them to know. They got their thing, you got your thing, and it's all good. Let's see. How do I recharge my crystals with sunlight? I heard not to leave them more than 50 minutes and that it has to be early morning sun. Is this true? Whatever you give energy and intention to will be. So it is up to you. Now, if you are following a particular lineage or a particular tradition that is saying to you that, and that's what you feel connected to, then by all means, that's fine. If you are just exploring and you're trying to see what works best for me, go explore. Go put your crystals out in the sun in the morning and put them out in the afternoon and see, do you feel a difference? Put them out for 50 minutes, put them out for an hour. This journey is a journey of exploration. It is not a journey of right or wrong because there's no such thing, in an energetic state. Just even understanding the experiences that we experience on a soul level. Sometimes we experience something that in the physical body is very negative, but in the energetic body, it shifts the soul in a way where it can receive the information it needs for the soul to elevate in general. But from this perspective, it's like, that's horrible. And then on the reverse, something that we like on the physical body, like, oh, this is great, might stunt the soul in a way of like, well, we're here to learn this, or we're here to do this, or we're here to have this moment. And you gotta get moving, get moving, get moving. So yes, you can charge your crystals with the sun. You can charge your crystals with the moon. You can make sun water. You can make moon water. What you would do there is that you would put the water directly under the sunlight or under the moonlight. Specifically purified or distilled water. Why? Because when you just in a very sterile container, because bacteria is real and things will start growing, especially if you want to keep it for long periods of time. And so what you could do is you could make that water so that when you want to recharge your crystals, you can do that later. You can also, it is the attention too. A lot of people don't think about the aspects of the planets that are going on in the moment. We think about the moon and we think about the sun, but these planets are having relationships with each other as well. What's happening with Mars and Venus? What's happening with Venus and Saturn? So when you're putting those stones out there, you have the intention, a snapshot of the universe, kind of like your natal chart, like that personality that is you, that was the planets aligned at the moment you were born. That's what's going to go into those crystals in that session. That's what's going to happen with your water. So pay attention to what that energy is and have that intention. And again, you hold the power. You hold the power. Whatever it is that you connect with, that's fine. Again, there's no right or wrong answers. Okay, let me see what else. Thank you, Ronald. Thank you, sweetie. Okay, Pamela, we were just talking about addiction. We were talking about the moments of wanting to be to find a way to soothe the feelings that happen that lead into addictive behaviors or lead to a way of how can I cope with what's going on the inside. And what happens is that when things aren't regulated in the beginning, usually, honestly, unfortunately, what happens is that a person might be young or someone might gaslight them into devaluing the experience, and then it creates this new cycle. So you get the professional help in whatever area you need, and then you get your soul back to the alignment that you need and you go forward. So there's help everywhere. There's so much help, so much help. I actually don't know what to type. I am the intuitive empath stuff. Oh, but nonetheless, I'm so proud of you, Jessica. Thank you, baby. I appreciate that. What we're just sending good energy, good vibes. I want you all to know that I made 100K bloopers. So that's going to come on in about 4 minutes. So I think we're going to use this last bit of time to raise this vibration, because I want you to leave this session knowing that if there's something that you want to do, that if there's a feeling that you need to have, that you have all the people right now channeling together for your highest good, because they're working on themselves and we come together for the highest vibrational good. Okay, y'all? So you can rest, just be how you are. You can have your hands up, your hands down. They could be on your lap, on your side, just sitting back and relaxing. And go ahead and bring this energy into the body and allow it to be a filter. See a connection to everyone in this moment. Smile at yourself. Smile at the beauty of you. Smile at the future you have. Smile at the beautiful moments of the past. Smile at all of these things. Bring them in. Now, energetically look left and right, and you can see other people smiling. And that energy they're sending off encourages you to smile some more, to live in a greater space of gratitude. Now, as we are all here in this moment, amplify yourselves and find the courage and the encouragement from everyone else to bring this collective energy together. Because as an individual, we are powerful, but as a community, we're magical. Okay? So go ahead and bring that energy up. Now I want you to see your magical march, goal, dream, vision, allowing it to be in the center of this channeling session. And as we bring them all together, we're still bringing that energy down on us, and we're going to bring that energy down on whatever that is. Take a couple moments, 5 deep breaths. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. 2 more. Inhale, exhale. Final breath. Inhale, exhale. And so it will be. Surrender. Let it go. Don't think about it again. Don't obsess about it. Let it go to the universe. What you want is a letter. Until you drop it in the mailbox, it cannot be sent. If you're walking around with your letter, it'll never reach its destination. Surrender. And it will be. Y'all, I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you. I love you dearly. Thank you for allowing me to live out my purpose and to allow me to be in connection with you all as you all do amazing things. I can't wait to see what you all continue to do. But I'm going to say, if no one has said it, wash your hands for at least 30 seconds. Don't touch your face and be sweet to yourself. I love you, love you, love you. Don't forget the bloopers, they're dropping right now. So you can jump in there and you can watch it. I love y'all. Bye. See you.